Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Macrame. Welcome. So today guys, I have been getting a lot of requests about doing an update video on my weeping fig tree because that video has been like a little bit of a hit. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a video specifically about the weeping fig, so I wanted to do a video just kind of going over my tips and things I've learned about it over the past year or so since I did my first video on it. And guys, she's thriving. She's doing well. So I feel like I have the right to do an update video and update my tips and, you know, things I've learned over this past year. So let's get into it. So this is my gorgeous weeping fig tree. She has been basically in this corner for like a while. I can't remember. Time just like blends together. That's what 2020 did to me. I don't remember things anymore. But she has been here for a very long time. She has been settled. She's like, this is her place. Her, his, it. It's its place. I don't know. Genders. So she has grown like this whole branch right here. She's been doing so well. She's been putting on tons of new growth, but she has been dropping leaves because it's been colder. So I have seen quite a few leaves like dropping on the floor, and that's like somewhat normal as long as it's not an extreme amount of leaf drop. You know, if it's like an extreme amount, then you got to move your plant somewhere else because it's telling you like, I am slowly dying, please help. That's what significant leaf drop means. So I don't have that necessarily, but you know, a few leaves a week, you know, here and there is not that bad, especially if it's putting on new growth pretty consistently. And this plant is right by my south facing window. So this plant needs a lot of light. Like, do not put her in the dark corner. Do not put her in a north facing exposure. Please, please do not, because she will drop all her leaves. You know, her roots will get too cold. You know, she needs that warmth. She needs a little bit of direct exposure. She gets a little bit of a dapple of evening sun because this is like southwestern-ish exposure. So she does get a little bit of direct sun in the afternoon and she loves it. She definitely needs that. And she's still putting on new growth. You can see little leaf sprouts popping in every once in a while. That's what you want to see. I'm doing a different shot, I don't know why. So once you have your plant in like a south facing window or even an east or west, that's gonna be the perfect amount of light for her. The type of soil I have her in is a mix of cactus mix and potting soil because you don't want them to be oversaturated, but at the same time, when you do water your weeping fig, all I have to do is put her in a tub of water and let her soak up all the water she needs for like 30 minutes or so, and that really saturates the soil to the point where you really don't have to water it much at all. I really only water this plant every 1.5 to 2 weeks, and that kind of watering schedule for this plant is perfect. She's in a kind of a bigger pot because I wanted her to have a lot of room to grow, and I think they appreciate that. Because it is technically a tree, you know, so they will go hard. If you give them the earth and the space, they will do it. They will make it happen. So lots of bright light has been very successful for this plant. Lots of room to grow because, you know, tree, it's a tree. Gotta remember that. When you do water it very deeply. Let it soak up the water from bottom watering. That's literally been the secret to my success with this plant. And if you do have a lot of leaf drop, check the soil. If it's like way too wet, then definitely do not water it for quite some time. Move it to a very, very bright sunny spot where it can soak up a lot of sun and use up that water while it's trying to feed itself with the photosynthesis from the sun. You know how it works, plants. And that will hopefully help it recover. Now, once it starts dropping like literally all of its leaves, it's a long road. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It's gonna be hard. But if you have the patience and the time and the right exposure, they can come back. You just have to really be patient. Like literally it could take a year to recover fully. So if you have that kind of time and patience, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, you know, we're all individuals here, it's fine. And another thing I have learned about this plant is it does not like cold drafts. So if you have like a window right next to it, you want to kind of be mindful of the breeze that's coming in, because literally like it doesn't love when a freezing cold breeze hits it. and like moves its leaves, like that creates a lot of leaf drop as well. If it's right under a heating vent, you want to be mindful of that as well, because it doesn't like hot breezes of like, you know, dry air. That's like basically its worst nightmare. It does appreciate higher humidity, but I really don't have to spritz it with water like ever. I don't really run the heater where I live, but if you do, you probably would want to step up the spraying humidity game, you know. To increase humidity, just spray it with some water or put it on a tray with pebbles and keep that tray filled, but make sure it's not touching the bottom of the pot. That's the key. That's why you want the rocks on the tray. But other than those like hot tips, guys, I really like, this plant has been pretty easy for me, which is weird because I get comments all the time about people that are like, it's dying, like how are you doing it, like what is the secret? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, just some bright light, some, you know, maybe some direct sun, and don't overwater it, you know. Like I literally will only water it when the soil is completely dry. And then, like I said, when you do water it, bottom watering I think is the key, because it fully saturates the entire soil like root ball, and that's what you want. You want it to have like a ton of water, because this is technically a tree. It can hold some moisture in its trunks, you know, its branches. So when you do water it very deeply, kind of similar to a cactus, but a little more frequent than a cactus. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all my secrets. I don't know. They're not very like secretive secrets. They're not really juicy secrets. I hope these tips have been helpful, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like, please comment, and let me know what you want to see. And please turn on that notification bell so you know every time I post. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.